Okay, guess who's back, bitches? Alright, so it is me, the Mega Mad Cat, back again with another little internet video, and this time, guess what? As you can see, I got my hands on the Dbz Battle of Z. Brand new this last week, just came out on the 28th, been messing around with it, and I figured, hey, why not? Let's give this bad boy a try. Oh, cool, starting the intro again. So basically, while the intro is playing, I'll go ahead and give a brief rundown of what we're dealing with. This is the most recent entry in the Dbz fighting game series, so to speak. And specifically, it's the newest model. It is indeed produced by Bandai Namco, as usual. I mean, that's kind of their deal. But it's actually produced by a number of companies in this one. Art Dink looks to have been the primary designer of it, with Cryware being the manufacturer and all that. But basically, it's the newest in the series. It's a very interesting game, and honestly, one of the better concepts. Though I honestly think that, and you'll see this when the gameplay starts, but I honestly think that it's a interesting concept, but it's not applied to the right anime, to be perfectly blunt. That being said, I'm going to give it its props because I do admit it's a fun game, especially if you have friends who are big into the Dbz universe. You might get a major kick out of this because it's a multiplayer focused affair, whereas the last few games were primarily single player. Now, that being said, this is also the first game to feature characters from the Dbz Battle of Gods, the new animated movie that was just released in Japan and is headed to America via, I believe, Funimation. And I'm honestly insanely interested to see how they voice cast that bit of work. But as you can see, it also features your standard, Frieza, Brawly, all the different characters from all the different series are here. It includes a variety of different gameplay styles and has a large collection of different features and a very large and interesting collection of game options. So I'll go ahead and see if I can explain it all for you. One of the big themes of the game, as you can see here, is the idea of sharing your power with other players. And as you play the game, you build up a sort of world energy level, and then it's, as you can see from mine, my world energy is infinite or something like that. But so here's the modes. We got single player, we got co-op mode, we got battle mode, which is team versus team and all that kind of stuff. Co-op mode is actually both online and offline co-op multiplayer missions where you can play as a team with your friends, and teamwork is a big part of the game. And of course the settings mode, which is just what it is. Not a whole lot of options. I mean, you've got your standard controller options, you've got your sound effects options, you got your audio options and language options, which honestly, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty basic stuff. Now, the co-op mode is essentially online, and I honestly, as I've said before in other games, I don't do the multiplayer thing all that much, to be perfectly honest. I've always been more about the single player. But yeah, as you can see here, you've got people, contributing to this world energy pool that all players apparently, collectively use. So, I don't know. I think it's probably a bigger thing like overseas, but oh, hey, new weekly lineup. Cool. Alright. So anyway, first things first, single player mode. Welcome to single player. And the game is broken up into a series of stories as well as two different bonus contents. What's known as Other Ages and then Extra Ages, which are, the movies essentially. So, for example, you got the Saiyan Saga, which is all here, and then you've got the Frieza Saga, which is all here, and then you've got the Android Saga, which is where I'm at now. Captain Ginyu of the Ginyu Force. And then the Ultimate Ginyu Force, which I believe is where I'm going to actually play today. And we are going to go with my main man Vegeta, and we'll throw in Goku. And who else can we throw in here for fun? We'll throw in Team Gohan. And just because I'm feeling silly, I'll throw in Bardock. So, but basically, this is the big crux of the game's new content. It is the idea of a complete team-based game. It is completely multiplayer-centric in a lot of ways, but you can play single-player with a full team backing you up, and the AI for the team play is not that bad, actually. It's not ideal. I mean, there are problems with it, but it does work. Now, as far as customization, and I know that one of the things I was disappointed in is that they didn't continue the character customization from Ultimate Tenkaichi, which I will be doing a video of, by the way. But what they did do is they did create a customization system for the various characters that you can add customization to. So you can see here, you can add different abilities: melee enhancement, energy attack enhancement, ability enhancement, and then item enhancement, which items are special one-time use only deals, which allow you to enhance your characters and get them stronger. You can also customize colors, which is pretty cool. Cool, but it's kind of redundant. You can select colors with the L1 button, and that's about it. Now over here to the right, you can do card collection stuff where you see how many cards you have. You can do item collection stuff where you can buy different items. Items like buying Zenzu beans or buying this awesome thing, the ultimate jewel, which is pretty awesome. It's how you do certain special moves. It's the only way to do certain special moves too. And you can buy certain items if they're available. You can buy certain items if they're available. You can buy items that are equipable, things like that. Now, if you've unlocked them, for example, you can buy multiple Zenzu beans for use in the game, which gives you some options. But then there are other items that you cannot purchase because they're either not available or cannot be unlocked at this time. Same goes with the premium collection. This is where you buy special items that are only available through the premium collection, or that are available more frequently through the premium collection, like the ultimate jewel, the various items, the glasses, etc. Alright, now let's get into the gameplay, because I know I've been faffing about here a bit. Let's get started. Oh, hey, Corin. DBZ fans will know exactly who this is. It's the mystical talking cat. And yes, that cat did just talk, Mr. Roshi. DBZ abridged reference for those of you who catch it. Now, you get these little interludes into the game, and there's little like sides and instructions to it, but the gameplay itself is unique. Now, this game deviates enormously from previous games. As you can see, it's a team-based affair, so you work as a unit, and then you also fight against other teams, so you have to think strategically. The Ginyu Force with Captain Ginyu. Together we are, the Ginyu Force. Now, to target an enemy, you hit R1. To rush or charge them, you press X or 0, which moves you up and down. You press X or square, I'm sorry, which moves you up and down. Down and allows you to get in and out of areas or move up and down as necessary. You attack by hitting triangle, which is your basic melee attack, and gives you a bit of a boost in terms of your energy. Now, this is a big thing, so I should probably point this out. There is no form of auto charge like there was in previous DBZ games. You can't just sit and charge up like you could in other games. You build power through combat. So when you fight, that's when you get strength. Now, using certain buttons like the L button modifies the attack. So if you're using L and triangle, it does a chain attack which increases damage and knocks your opponent back. Using L and circle fires a large energy blast, whereas regular circle just fires a mini energy blast. As you'll notice, I'm going in one-on-one with Raccoon and getting some backup from Goku, who's double teaming him with me. This is another big part of the game, is double teams with your partners. Gala gun, bitch. Alright, I think that's Raccoon. I think he's done. Oh, Christ, he did not just slash me with those lasers. Yes, he did. I need to dodge! Now, L also acts as your block button, and it also acts as your activator for special attacks. Now, you have your basic attacks that I've showed you. You also have what are known as unique attacks. For example, each character has an attack that's a unique attack on the L1 the L2 and R2 buttons. So, for example, Vegeta has the Rapid Energy Blast that he's still well known for. There you go. And then you also get the, well, what's it called? You also get the Genocide Breaker Blast from when he killed Jace, which in this case is not a combo like it was in the last game, but it works well because it allows you to do stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to do. There is a problem with this game system. You do not have a dash function, which really bugs me. You should have a dash ability, and you don't. And that drives me crazy, because a dash ability would so help out in certain situations. You do have the ability to make a brief speed boost when you first start dashing, but it then levels out as you go along. Now, one of the best things about this game is the fact that your characters have to work as a team. If you try to go it alone, you'll eventually get the crud kicked out of you. For example, I'm taking a ton of damage now because I'm getting triple teamed, and if I go down, my team can bring me back up if they get there in time. Otherwise, you use a life to reanimate. And the biggest problem with that is if you use a life to reanimate, you then have to, if you run out of lives, any of your team going down is an instant game over. So yeah, as you can see now, I'm getting triple teamed here by 3 different groups, and I'm also getting combined with a number of different enemies. So I'm telling the rest of the team to break off and let me work alone, while I try to deal with Guldo. And I have dealt with Guldo, and I'm moving on to Birder. And now that the teams are actually uneven, the game changes, because now the enemies are going to be very, very defensive, trying to avoid getting comboed by you. Boom! Down you go, Ginyu. I blast him with that, and he blasts me right back. But if I go down again and no one's in the range, the team will typically act on its own, and you're just left to try and survive. God damn it, Gohan got knocked out too. So I gotta take Birder down, because he's giving my boys problems. Awesome, thank you. And I'm gonna barrage Birder. Birder's down. Second fastest now, punk. I am Vegeta. You do not screw with the Prince of all Saiyans. Punked. Oh, and double punk. So now it's 4 on 2. Oh wait, I lost someone. Oh, good job, Goku. Get him back up. Haha, Ginyu. Alright, that's it. You die. So that leaves Jason with a 4 on 1. He's got no prayer. Now that being said, a lot of battles are really tough, and if you aren't careful, you will get hurt and can lose easily. Especially against some of the bigger enemies, because they can just murder you. And I can show you a big boss here in a moment, but basically I'm going to finish off Jace, and that should be all I need for this level. And kicked. Daggone, I thought one of you were going to catch him. Oh well, that's alright. And combine our powers. And energy blast, energy blast, energy blast.
When you underestimate the Ginyu Force!
It's over, Jace. You're done.
Me, a Ginyu Force member defeated!
And I actually beat him with Vegeta, which is actually accurate to the show, which is awesome. So, yeah, that's the basic gameplay engine. Now, every character has super moves and other abilities, and unique abilities. Like Vegeta's is the Gauntlet Gun, which is circle and triangle. There's also ultimate moves, but those are much more difficult to pull off and require very specific circumstances. There's actually a whole mission dedicated just to explaining how those work. So, did I unlock anybody? No, I did not. Bummer. I am honestly trying to unlock Captain Ginyu and a few of the other members of the Ginyu Force, and I cannot do it. That's another thing about this game, is that unlocking certain members of the Ginyu Force or other characters is not just simply progression. There's certain things you have to do to make it happen, and unfortunately, this game is very, very bad about telling you shit. Sorry. Alright, so that being said, if you're looking for another mission, let's go ahead and go to something a little bit more recent. Here's the Spirit Bomb. This mission is actually all about teaching you how to use ultimate moves, which is kind of annoying. Alright, so Z Fighter's Pursuit, Destroyed City. And this, I think, is where you're supposed to be fighting Cell. Fighting as Cell, however. And let's see. Yeah, so you're fighting a Cell, but you can bring in other characters that are to round out your team, but you can only bring in certain groups. So, for example, you can't bring in any non-androids into this mission because it's only for androids, which is slightly annoying. And I've only unlocked androids 17 and 18. I did not unlock the, I've only unlocked 18. I haven't unlocked 17, which is annoying. Which, granted, is not that bad, but I mean, it's sort of a pain when you're not able to actually run full character lists. And I haven't unlocked all the characters either, and I cannot finish this mission because it takes too incredibly long, and I don't have the Super Saiyan Vegeta unlocked for some reason, which is absolutely mind-numbing. But that's okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and I want to try and redo this one and unlock the, what's it called? I want to unlock Android 19 because I got Android 20, but I couldn't unlock Android 19. Alright, so let's do Super Saiyan Goku, and actually no, you know what? I'm going to do Vegeta and try and kill Android 19, no, yeah, well, Android 19, and then Piccolo, Super Saiyan Goku, and let's throw Ten Shinhan in here. Okay. Since Vegeta is my current #1 character, he's the guy I'm using more than anyone else, I'm going to probably stick with him. But you can see that you can switch out different characters to your team so long as they meet certain criteria. Certain levels will only let you pick certain groups, so you have to be using certain groups to get it to work, and then you can go from there. Alright. Let's see. There it is. Alright, so. Oh, wait. I want to change the colors. I like those colors. Thank you. So yeah, to unlock certain characters, for example, you have to clear this mission with a certain rank or higher. For example, to unlock Ginyu, you'd have to clear that mission with a S rank or higher, which is annoying. They really need to do that. Do that a little bit better. Anyway, so I'm guessing that in the case of this, I need to do the same thing with these two. So let's give this a try.
It looks like you've come to kill Kakarot. But that honor is reserved
Alright, boys.
for me alone.
Break up and go full power.
Some mechanical doll do it for me. Insect!
You know, this is where I have the problem, because you usually get targeted early on, and that makes it very hard to figure out how to get around these guys, because your group will focus on one dude, but that means you're constantly getting blindsided by the other. There we go.
Very well.
I want to beat Dr. Gero, because if you wait too long, if the battle takes too long and you haven't killed him, then he runs away, which makes it annoying to try to unlock him, because I think you got to beat him to do it. How the hell did he do that?
Strongest in the universe!
Well, that's alright, I'm back. See what I mean? I'm focusing on Dr. Gero, and Android 19 is jumping my bones. It wouldn't be such a problem if the rest of these guys would deal with Android 19 and keep him off my back.
Have at it! Well, I seem to have miscalculated.
See, yeah, if you don't get him down fast enough, he'll retreat to his lab.
Science all broken.
He'll retreat to his lab, and then you can't beat him. So it's like I'm trying to reach him so I can prevent him from running, and now number 19 is so focused on me that I can't land a hit edgewise.
Satan's are a race of elite warriors. You're nothing.
See? Too late.
17 and 18.
So you have to start the mission over again. It's one of the problems in this game is that they only give you like 4 specific options. You can't actually give direct instructions, and that's why I think this is actually it would really work if you were using multiplayer. And like I said, I think that was a mistake for a DBZ game. I honestly think they should have focused on a single player experience rather than a multiplayer one. On that note, I also want to point out that I think this would have been better used on another anime series, because I can think of several anime series where this would have worked great, and this just did not cut it. And in fact, I'm going to do a video about a game that kind of uses this exact same engine, but for a completely different anime series, and does an extraordinary job of it. That'll be for you Gundam fans down the road, though. Duck on it, freaking Gero. And now I've got both of them targeting me. So I'm getting bushwhacked all over the place. Darn it, I had him pinned too. Thank you, Tien. That's you actually doing something useful for a change. And see, if you drain your energy like that, you're momentarily helpless while you try to regain a little energy. And doggone it, what are these idiots doing? It's like, would one of you actually go against number 19 and keep him busy? keep him busy, I could deal with Jiro.
Dare underestimate me. I'll defeat you! I seem to have miscalculated. I need to return to the laboratory. What's the matter? Is your science all broken?
Be very grateful if you people would actually do something other than sitting on your rears. Got him. So now we can all focus our attention on that fat tub of lard and go back to business. Whoa! And chain. Boom! And now you'll notice that my energy at the top is rising continually, but my energy down in the bottom left seems to be going up and down. That's because the energy at the top is the overall battle energy, and the energy at the bottom is my personal energy level. So, boom. That's right, you fat tub of lard.
Does not match the data.
Move!
Alright, so me and Piccolo took him down.
You could say it's my lucky day.
And the top energy, as I was saying, determines how much the overall power your group of characters has in the battle space. The individual energy is how much you can use for your own unique moves or techniques. And as you raise your overall energy at the top, you also gain additional energy in your own personal power level to make it, increase. So now this is something that comes up every now and then. You'll get a share energy request. What you can do is you can give your energy to the overall game world, and that not only increases the overall game world energy that you saw earlier, but it also gives you like bonus points and stuff that you can use for other stuff, premium points specifically. So see, I got an A rank on that, but I did not unlock any characters. And I think that for some of these battles, you're gonna have to just be like incredibly powerful and invincible just to mash right through them. All right. And I've not beaten Cell's Prelude yet, so. And what you can do is you can actually continue to upgrade your character's abilities by giving them bigger and bigger enhancements. By, say, stealing them from one character and giving it to another. Energy seems to be like the rarest of the boosters that I've come across. And that's understandable because it can totally break the game if you have way too much energy right from the get-go. But for example, I've got all these items, so I can use the gun to amplify my energy blast ability, and that will allow me to do more damage with my particular character's special ability, which is Vegeta's energy attacks. And that's what he does best, is he fires those energy blasts. So, it can help out a lot, Now, that being said, it works very well and in a lot of ways feels really intense and really focused. But it can, like I say, it can be a bit of a hassle when you're playing multiple characters and have tons of activity going on, and that winds up causing problems because you're just winding up in the middle of a big massive cluster beep, as it were, and that causes you to get bushwhacked and wiped out. So every fight is a little different. And like I said, the game itself is a blast, and I would recommend that if you can get like multiplayer going, this would be a ton of fun. God darn it, Goku. You really are incompetent. Oh, crud.
Impossible! Am I going to lose? No!
I hate that. That energy shield is a pain in the butt.
Greatest android ever!
Come here, Android 17. I'm not done pounding you. Oh, come on. Stop running. See, now we both got taken down. So both Goku and I are going to regenerate, and then that's 2 lives lost already.
Race of elite warriors! You're nothing!
Dang on it. But he has to be running out of energy as a result of that. What the crap was that?
I never knew 16 was this strong.
Oh! Why? Why?
Yeah, see, this is what I mean when I said this can become an enormous mess because you can't see what's going on half the time.
You're nothing!
I think the next time I run this, I'm going to run without Goku because I think if you don't have Goku, 16 doesn't do squat.
Impossible! Am I going to lose?
Oh, fuck on you. Sit still, Android 17. I want to zap you. Yeah, see. And that's another thing is if you know about the DBZ history, you can see that there's different ways to handle each event. So like having Goku in this team was a bad choice because that means you've got 16 on your case and he causes all kinds of headache. So instead of Goku, I'll switch out Krillin. And 16, if it works the way I remember, it should allow me to fight 17 without interference, and then I can deal with 16 once I'm done. There we go.
I don't get it. Why are you fighting
Yeah,
back?
see, if you don't attack number 16, he just stands there. Of course, someone had to attack him, didn't they? Yeah, see, if I can wipe out 17 fast enough, the rest of the crew and I can polish off 16 at our leisure. Ooh, fucking energy barriers. Hate those. Haha. Your energy barrier does not mean you're invincible, because I can still break through it. And now, you end! And now number 16 will be forced to fight because he's essentially pinned. And I can go after him. And ooh, he's playing defensive. Yeah, I don't have time for you to play defensive. Because when Cell shows up, I still have to kill him.
This can't be.
Alright, now's my chance. Gallic Gun. Finish the job. Almost. Got him. Alright, now, Cell should show up momentarily.
16 and 17 lost already? That's sad. Oh, now you've got to deal with me.
I gotta deal with 18. Whoa! And she instant killed me. Thank you, Krillin. Appreciate the assist. Alright, now let's get down there and start beating her up. Don't think I'll go easy on you just because you're a woman. Daggone it. Yeah, like I said, these are also timed missions, as you've no doubt noticed from that clock in the upper corner. So I don't have time to play around. But guess what's about to happen?
There you are, 18. Now, 18, let us fuse as one to become a perfect force.
And now I gotta take out Cell, because if I don't, he's gonna be a problem.
Gotta be kidding! Beaten by this creep!
And another thing is, he's so powerful in this form that he takes enormous amounts of damage to break down. But you have to beat him and try to avoid having him take out 18. So if he takes out 18, that's going to turn him into perfect Cell, and then he becomes almost unbeatable, I think. I don't know, because I've never actually made it that far. Got him. Okay, so Android 18 should be out of the game here shortly.
Now's my chance.
Yep, here we go.
Solar flare. I've been waiting for this, 18.
No!
And now he's perfect Cell.
Which one of you little fools?
And now it's time to fight.
I'll take care of you. And a warm-up is all you'll get before I'm done.
There we go. Alright, boys. Time to go full power and work together as a team. Because otherwise he's gonna kill us. Last time I fought him, we actually were not able to beat him in 6 full minutes, which was a nightmare. He is so freaking difficult. Come on, boys. Pin him down. There we go. Got him. Synchronized. Good work. Good work. Chain it together. Chain it together. There we go. And got him. Might actually have a chance to pull it off this time. It'll be the first time I managed to pull this off in all my playthroughs. Which admittedly hasn't been a whole lot of them, but still. Ready to go. Ah, crud. Ah, crud. I don't know what he did, but he just did something weird. Synchronized pounding. Watch it. Barrier. Oh, you cheap bastard. Oh, crud. Yeah, see, there's the energy barrier thing. That can really ruin your day if you're not careful. Alright. Where'd Krillin go? Crud. We both got... Oh, thank you. Hello, regenerate one of us. Thank you. Alright, good.
There's no way I'm lost. What are you doing?
Trying to keep them all alive so I don't have to use up any of my lives. And oh, caught him. Perfect. Got him. Can't believe you actually beat him. That's right, you're not so perfect, are you?
How can this be? You could say it's my lucky day.
Alright, mission complete. And how did we rank in on that? Alright, and... okay. New Super Saiyan Team Gohan, Android 16. Alright, so we unlocked a few more. So basically, that's what you have. And the last thing I'll show you is I wanted to show you one of the giant battles real quick. Just so you can get an idea of what they look like. But basically, the giant battles are missions in which you fight a giant character, such as... where was the one I saw earlier? Here we are, a Beast Roar. Basically, you pair up with a series of different characters, and you can use certain characters to fight one giant enemy as a combined unit. In this case, I can only use the evil Saiyan characters, so I cannot use the any of the other characters. I have to use Vegeta, Nappa, Raditz, and Punk Cyberman. But I just want to show you this mission real quick before I wrap this up. But basically what you're dealing with here is a full-on giant monster battle with one of the monster characters, like, you know, transformed Gohan. You also fight transformed Vegeta, and you get to fight transformed Bardock, which is kind of cool. Harudigan shows up, Metacooler Core shows up. Have not made it that far into the game yet, so. Alright. And yes, we all know the story. Can we get to the fighting, please? And these are interesting because you can target them, but you can also target their individual body parts, like their head, their arms, their legs. So I can barrage his head, and then that does damage to the head. And if you break the head, you actually wind up, you know, causing more consistent damage. Ooh, and time to run.
Angry, are you?
And another thing is that when you break a body part, and I'll try to get his damage to a point where I can show you it, but you break a body part, they're stunned, and you and your team can pile up on him and you know, double team and triple team him and do as much damage as you can before he gets back to his feet, which is pretty handy. So here I am wailing away on Giant Gohan, and he's like, I don't care, I'm super angry right now. I was like, you know what? That's annoying. And now I'm blasting him in the face. As you can see, because of their size, they take a lot of damage to take down, and they're very difficult to beat. Watch it, boys. He's gone berserk. Massive energy cannon. And now his head's damaged, and you can just wildly flail on him and just pound him and pound him and pound him and pound him and pound him.
So that was your best.
Whoa, and he's angry. And during the boss battles, they'll actually do something unique, like they'll do this, where Gohan jumps onto the mountain and then starts hurling boulders at you. And the boulders in these fights will do just enormous damage. So like Nappa just got wiped out, and I just got smacked. But when he lands, he's completely defenseless for a little bit, and you can go to town on him, and then super moves. But yeah, the giant boss battles are pretty cool, but they're also exceedingly more challenging than a regular fight because you will take a lot of damage. And you will also get knocked out frequently if you aren't careful. So I just lost 3 lives in one shot because of this overgrown cur. Let's see, I broke his legs, and now we can all triple team him. And we're just pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding away. And now he's blasting us again, and we're retreating. And zap, 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 zap. And you can focus on, for example, a single arm, a single leg,
I'll end this. Prepare yourself.
leg, and then you can also like hide yourself around mountains and stuff, and it helps to keep you out of the range of his fire. But
This is not possible.
then that happens, and I go down like a sack of bricks.
Satan's are a race of elite warriors.
Yeah, and then basically it sort of boils down to hitting him with everything you can muster, and just pounding away at him until he dies.
Very good.
And it's sort of ironic that you don't have a charge feature in this game, because that would have actually made these battles even more interesting, is the ability to charge and use some actual strategy instead of just having to get up close and pummel him, you know? And that's alright, it's time to end this. And down he goes. And winning that fight, I don't know that unlocks anything, but
You could say it's my lucky
they're way more interesting fights than you'd think, and they can be really good challenges, especially if you're working with a team, because you have to coordinate your team instead of relying on the AI to do it. So yeah, there you go. Alright, so basically there's a ton of levels like these. And you can... I think there's a total of like 60 individual levels throughout the whole game. There we go. Special bonus. Didn't get a link bonus, but that's okay. Did unlock some cards, and there you go. So yeah, basically this is a very interesting game that I feel just does not make the best use of the license, but is a great game on its own merits. Oh, and structurally and theoretically anyway. Anyway, we'll go ahead and close it out here, but I just thought I'd show you how the new game works, and I do recommend that for people who like either multiplayer focused fighting games or large scale games where you have like big battles spread over a large area. This is a good game to go with. Next time we'll be talking about the Ultimate Technikaichi, the game that came before this, and the differences between this game and that game, and why I think that, you know, they need to make a middle ground on that. Anyway, this is the Mega Cat signing off. I will see you guys next